Good morning, guys. It's Spencer from Maxfield Marine, and today we're gonna go through how you wire up a float switch for a bilge pump. Now, before we start, just a few things here. This is the battery, obviously. This is the float switch right here. This is our temporary bilge pump. It's a fuel filter, but we'll make do for today. And then there's the switch here up at the helm for the manual circuit for your bilge pump. So how it works is there'll be a constant power feed coming off your battery. Now, what I don't have here is there should be an inline fuse. You should always have something fused if it's coming straight off the battery. But basically, this is your constant power to your float switch here. And your float switch is a very simple operation. There's a float inside here. When the water level raises, it will trigger the float and connect the two terminals. So with constant power coming to this side of the float switch, if the float raises, it will then pass through the circuit to the other side. So now you'll have your power at 12 volts to the other side of the circuit, and that is spliced in so to your bilge pump, and also this wire here will go to your switch at the helm. So if the water level raises, you'll have power here, the float switch will operate, go to the bilge pump, turn the bilge pump on, it will pump out the water, and obviously it goes back to ground. Now the other side of the circuit is your manual switch. So this will grab power from wherever you, Rosie, come on, what are you doing? This will grab power from the dash. So we'll have battery power up here somewhere, probably to a circuit breaker board. And that will grab power to the switch. And basically it is once you turn on the manual side of the switch, you'll click that, you'll pass power down from the switch all the way down to this terminal here, which is spliced into the float switch, but all this is doing is going here and then to your pump and on. So really there's two ways to do it. You can manually turn on your floats or your bilge pump, or through the water level in your boat raising, it will activate the float switch and that will turn on your bilge pump. So basically the float switch is only there for safety when you're not in the boat. If the water level gets too high, then it will automatically turn on. And that's how you wire your float switch in your boat.
What have we done here, Spence?
I have absolutely no idea. Richard has gone and he's wired in the manual side. So this brown wire, which usually in most applications, the brown wire is actually the auto circuit, but this one, for whatever reason, is the manual side. So that brown wire goes up to the switch. So he's wired that into the float switch here. And you can see these two wires here. Looks like another brown wire actually coming out. Anyways, so he's connected that to the one end of the float switch. And now the other end, he's going to connect to this red wire, which is the fused power off the battery. So we'll strip that wire, put in a butt connector, heat shrink it, and make sure it's away from the fuel line when we do that.